Hey Pokemon Champions, what's going on? It's DarkBlaze here, and recently, the newest Pokemon movie, Pokemon I Choose You, was released in select theaters a few weeks ago, and this past weekend, it was released on Disney XD for those of you who couldn't make it to the theater. And guys, this movie was phenomenal. A great way to celebrate 20 years of Pokemon, great way to celebrate the franchise, and it was a phenomenal masterpiece. Or was it? Was it really a masterpiece? Was it one of the best Pokemon movies? Was it perfect? If you want to find out more about what I'm talking about, then stay tuned for this video, leave a like if you enjoy, and let's go.
Pokemon Master! I choose you!
Alright Pokemon Champions, before we get into the discussion of what I think about this movie and why it could have been better, I need to give you a warning. There are going to be massive spoilers between characters, the plot, the animation, just everything. So if you have not seen this movie, I advise you highly to click off. I advise you to just return to your Pokeball, don't watch this video, come back when you've seen the movie, okay? That's your warning. So if you don't click off, then you're gonna get spoiled. And second thing I want to mention, you're probably wondering what I'm wearing. Well, this is my Ash Ketchum costume for those of you who have not seen it, and I recently bought this necklace off of eBay. It's a Mega Evolution Stone necklace, so I can Mega Evolve now, haha. Nope, just kidding. No Keystone, nope, none of this. But, so this is just one I'm wearing. Thought it'd be cool to wear it in the videos, and let's get into this review. So, the Pokemon I Choose You movie was phenomenal, like I said, but it did have some flaws. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with the minor things. So first minor thing is a little bit of science touched upon, and it is when Verity and Ash are riding on top of a rampaging Onix because it's angry, and Ash has the brave audacity to run on top of its head and jump in front of it. Now, in real life that wouldn't work, because Onix is an incredibly fast Pokemon, the Pokedex says so, and by the time that Ash would fall to the ground and land and turn around, Onix would have crushed him, alright? Onix would have just crushed him. So that really doesn't work. The next thing I need to mention is the beginning of this movie, and I don't even... The thing is, Ash woke up, fell out of bed. Alright, that was pretty funny. He was running downstairs to get to the door to leave, fell down the stairs again. Alright, this is still kind of funny, but at Professor Oak's lab, he goes up the stairs to get Pikachu, who is playing around and everything, and then he falls down the stairs in Oak's lab. Like, this gag just went on too long. They did it like 4 or 5 times, and if they had just stuck to Ash falling in his house, that would have been one thing. That was funny, that was natural, but they overdid it, so that's another minor thing. The other complaint I have is the fact that while this movie does embrace... Alright, so I'm gonna go off on a tangent for a bit. This movie embraces the fact that there are 7 regions in the Pokemon world. It embraces that. It embraces everything that the Pokemon world has created, everything that Game Freak has released and the franchise has shown us through over the years. And we are shown this through the fact that when Ash is on his journey, he learns about Raikou, Entei, Suicune, we see Incineroar and Lycanroc, Piplup is introduced, Lucario is introduced, and the fact of the matter is, Ash doesn't question where any of these Pokemon are from. Ash doesn't question where Sora's from, Ash doesn't question where Verity's from, where Cross is from, and I'm gonna get to him in a second because I have words to say about him. And the thing is, Ash doesn't question this, and Ash gets his Pokedex and his Pokeballs in the beginning at Oak's lab, and you know, he doesn't pull that Pokedex out once. It would have been really interesting for him to pull out his Pokedex, use it on Incineroar, use it on Lycanroc or Piplup or Lucario, any of those Pokemon, and it would have been cool for his Pokedex to say, oh, there's no information on it, because that, even though all 7 regions clearly exist in this movie, the Pokedex hasn't been expanded in Kanto yet to include all that information. That would have been interesting to see. Or they could have switched it and had the Pokedex give us the information in this alternate story, so confirming that Kanto acknowledges all the other regions and that Kanto is not alone. So that would have been really interesting to see. And the thing about Cross, I really have to say, is that Cross replaces Damien. Cross is Damien, okay? Cross is Damien, and while I would have loved to see Damien come back, I think it was really better that Cross was there, because Cross was a new face. He brought more depth to the story and more detail into why Charmander got abandoned, into how Charmander really feels. It was a great way to showcase Charmander's backstory, a great way to showcase Charmander's strength, and a great way to showcase Charmander's personality as well. It was great to showcase their bonds as well. And the other thing is that Cross says that if you do not evolve your Pokemon, oh, they're trash, they're weaker than trash, even if you do evolve, they're still trash. Oh my, just what are you doing, Cross? I don't, the more he said this, the more I just wanted to punch him in his face and call out my Torterra from Pokemon Diamond and just crush him. That is how much I just got annoyed by this. It was just ridiculous. But, and then at the end of the movie, Cross is trying to get back his possessed Lycanroc that Marshadow overtook, and he gets bitten by his Lycanroc. Do you know what would happen? Do you guys know what would happen if you got bit by a Lycanroc in real life? That's getting bit by a wolf, okay? So you guys know what a wolf is, and that's what you're getting bit by. So he has no arm. He's got no arm now. He's got no arm. I don't understand Pokemon anime logic, and just it's ridiculous. But those are my minor complaints. The big complaints are the plot of this story. The plot of this story is Ash gets Rainbow Wing, Ash meets Sora, Ash meets Verity. Let's go find Ho-Oh! That's what it was all leading up to. We meet Banji, who looks so much like an old version of Red, but it's not. And he's sporting that OG trainer cap, but it's not red. But anyway, wish it was. Anyway, the thing is, the whole movie was leading up to, oh, we're going to get Ho-Oh, we're going to find it, we're going to battle Ho-Oh. Ash is going to have the greatest battle that we've been waiting for 20 years. And we don't get it. We don't get it. We don't. What we get is glimpse of Ho-Oh every now and then. We get this beautiful animation of Ash seeing Ho-Oh for the first time in the beginning of the movie, which was really well done. Really, really well done. It was like watching the first episode all over again. And the thing is that when Pikachu and Ho-Oh finally battle, Pikachu launches a Thunderbolt. Ho-Oh takes it like a motherfrickin' boss. Ho-Oh launches a Sacred Fire attack, which absolutely looked captivating in that XYZ animation. Which, the XYZ animation for this movie was, just beautiful. Beautiful. I can't stress it enough. It was beautiful. Beautiful. I can't stress it enough. But anyway, back to the battle. What happens is after Ho-Oh launches that Sacred Fire, it cuts away! The camera cuts away, and all you see is the mountain and flashes of yellow for a Thunderbolt and flashes of red for a Sacred Fire or a Flamethrower or whatever it is, and we don't get to see the full battle. All that happens afterward is Ash and his friends go to the Pokemon Center, and Ash is like, oh, I battled Ho-Oh, and Nurse Joy is like, oh, that's nice. What is that? What is that? It's just like, oh, that's an everyday thing. Oh, these people around here battle Ho-Oh all the time. I'm used to this. It's not every day someone battles a Ho-Oh. It's not every day someone comes into your Pokemon Center and says, I was battling Ho-Oh, my Pokemon got beat up. It was cool. It lasted about 5 seconds, but never gonna forget it. Gonna write that down in my journal. Like, what? That is a big concern I had. I really wish they had extended that battle by like at least 2 minutes. At least 2-3 minutes. What I wished would have happened was something related to ending of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, where Yugi is fighting Jaden and Jaden launches an attack from Neos against Slifer. I would have loved to see that. You know, Pikachu launches a Thunderbolt, but Ho-Oh hits Pikachu back. It's on the ground. It can't barely get up. It stares at Ho-Oh, and then Ho-Oh is launching one final attack, and then we go into Pikachu's eye, and we see the attack coming towards Pikachu, and then it fades to white, and then we go to the Pokemon Center. That is what I would have loved to see. Ho-Oh almost beating Pikachu, and Pikachu about to get hit, but we don't know what happens. I would have much rather seen a 2-minute battle with Pikachu almost losing, but there being a cliffhanger. I would have much rather seen that than just the 2 attacks and then cut away and have the flashes on the mountain. That would have been so much better, and it would have been so much more satisfying. A cliffhanger is much better because then it leads to speculation about, oh, who would have won? Would Ho-Oh have just knocked out Pikachu? Or would Ash have come up with some bullcrap strategy out of his butt and just pull out a win from out of thin air like he always does? So that would have been much better on their part if they had done that. My other complaint, and it's a really big one, is the pacing of this. It was so badly paced, it was ridiculous. The thing is, Ash caught 2 Pokemon out of his original Kanto team. He got Charmander and he got Caterpie. Caterpie makes sense, and I feel like Caterpie was honestly just there for nostalgia. That's what it was there for the nostalgia. Caterpie was caught to represent Ash getting his first Pokemon. Yay, that was great to see. It was a great thing to see. I loved it. It evolved into Metapod, evolved into Butterfree. But when we got to the Butterfree scene of Bye Bye Butterfree, which I don't care how badly paced the movie was, I don't care. That scene still made me want to cry and shed a manly tear. It was horrible. I heard people crying in the theater, okay? I heard them crying in the theater. It's still sad, okay? It still hits you right here, okay, guys? And but that scene just wasn't as powerful as the episode itself back in 1999. It wasn't as powerful because of the poor pacing. So it would have been a lot more impactful, and I probably would have cried if the pacing was better. And the evolutions just felt rushed. Charmander evolving into Charmeleon, and then Charmeleon was not in the movie as long as it should have been, and then it evolved into Charizard, which, I mean, it did feel kind of deserved, but all the evolutions were rushed. Caterpie was there for nostalgia. The movie was focused more on Charmander than like all of the other concepts or aspects. You have Pikachu, you have Searching for Ho-Oh, and you have Charmander. They're like the biggest aspects of the movie. And then you have Marshadow, the villain, who stalks Ash the entire time like a creep in the forest and in the shadows. And he's just so weird. And you have Marshadow, and then Marshadow has this big fight scene on the top of the mountain. And Marshadow is using Shadow Ball, Spectral Thief. I think it even used its Z move because it had the whole glow thing going on. And after that, the Rainbow Wing vanishes because Ash died, so the Rainbow Wing has no purpose now. But I'm gonna defend this because Marshadow kinda didn't have anything more to do. Marshadow wanted the Rainbow Wing and have all this power, but with no Rainbow Wing, what's Marshadow gonna do now? But after Ash came back from the dead, which we're gonna talk about in two seconds, is Marshadow just left. It just left. It's like, what? Well, I did my part of the movie. I did my 10-minute fight scene. I guess I'm gonna go now. Bye. Yep, I'm the greatest mythical Pokemon ever. No, what? It just up and vanished. It went away. I don't know. I don't know. And then when Ash dies. Now, Ash died very similar to the way he died in the first movie. In the first movie, it was 2 psychic energy blasts from Mew and Mewtwo which hit Ash and he turned to stone, and the Tears of Life brought him back like in the legend. That was awesome. That was portrayed, that was foreshadowed. But in this movie, it's Ash getting hit by a ton of energy blasts from like 15 different Pokemon, like Rhydon, Electabuzz, Magneton, and some other Pokemon, I think Arbok. And what happens is he fades away. He fades away. Now I'm going to defend this because it's not such a bad thing. I'm going to defend it because it was the same reason Ash got turned to stone, but in this case, he's just going to vanish because, as we all know, Pokemon are magical creatures in this world, and they have magical powers, so therefore it's understandable that, okay, their powers make Ash fade, so their powers combined obviously make someone die, but I guess they fade when they die. But for some reason, apparently showing Sora's Luxray die by being frozen to death, saving him as a child, apparently that's okay to show children. That is perfectly okay. Frozen to death Luxray, yep. Okay, A-okay, give it the thumbs up. Showing Ash Ketchum die? No. He's gonna fade. He's gonna fade. And then he's in the afterlife, and he sees Pikachu. I don't know why he can see Pikachu, but he starts running, and he's like, we used to run like this all the time, but he's still very sad. And I don't know how the heck Pikachu jumped into the afterlife, because he jumped in, and then Ash and Pikachu are hugging, and then all of a sudden, for some reason, that brings them back. But I'm going to defend this point as well, and it's not so bad, because the Ho-Oh legend of reviving the 3 unnamed Pokemon from the burnt tower in Ecruteak City is very touched upon in the movie, and we learn Ho-Oh brought back to life Entei, Raikou, and Suicune. So I am assuming, I'm going to speculate, that that is what brought Ash back to life. That is what happened. Ho-Oh used its magical power, like in the past, to bring Ash back to life. So that's what I think happened, and the last thing I'm going to talk about is I really wish that Ash and his companions, well, just his companions really, had more of a backstory in depth. I mean, Verity is like not so good for her mom. Like, her mom doesn't approve of anything she does. It's never good enough, and she looks a lot like Cynthia. Like, come on, how are you gonna do that and then not do anything? But Gen 4 remakes, they're coming on the Switch. And then Verity also has Piplup. She's from Twinleaf Town. She's named after Lake Verity. She has a Lapras. She's basically like Misty. It would have been so much better just to put Brock and Misty, because that's what they are, and that's what would have been better. Sorrel is the medicine guy. He's got a Lucario. Piplup and Lucario, Gen 4 remakes, on the Switch. Sinnoh region, on the Switch. That's where Verity's from. But that's the last thing. So, what do you guys think of the movie? This is more of a rant now. This is just more of a rant, not even a review. But what I have to say about the story was phenomenal. Great alternate story, great alternate retelling of Ash's first journey with Pikachu, Charmander, and Caterpie. He's got new companions. I love the fact that the movie embraces all 7 regions existing simultaneously. I love the fact that it's a new way to show Ash's journey, how he's not a sort of dumb trainer in the beginning, that he was actually competent. He was as good as a trainer as in X and Y. Oh, okay, well that's my bad. Whoa. Before you hate me in the comment section, whoa. That's a big statement to make. He acted kind of like it. Like, if you see his battling, he was acting like Sinnoh Ash, like Kalos Ash, but not exactly. He still lost, still making mistakes, but he was kind of battling like Sinnoh and like in Kalos. Okay, alright, that's what I meant. But it was great. Story was great. I'd probably give it like 9 out of 10 or so. Animation, outstanding, 11 out of 10. You don't have to like ask twice about it. You just gotta watch the movie. But anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. And today's Poke Talk segment of the day is, what do you think of Ash's first journey? What do you think of Pokemon the movie I Choose You? And is it one of your favorite Pokemon movies so far? And does it hold up to all of the others? And last thing also, Team Rocket was there for nostalgia, alright? They didn't do anything with Ash, but I mean, that's not really a big thing, because after the 5th movie with Latias, they don't really interact with Ash anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. They don't really interact with Ash after the 5th movie anyway. They don't do anything. They're just there. So it's not a big deal. So comment down below what you thought of this movie. Was it good? Was it not good? Could they done a lot better? I really wish that the movie was at least 30 minutes longer. They could have done so much better if it was a full 2 hours. But enough of me ranting. This is really a rant, not even a review anymore. It's not even a review anymore. It's more of a rant. But I'm interested to chat with you guys in the comment section. I want to hear your thoughts. So, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Give it that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already for more fun Pokemon content like this. And hopefully the videos I make can change you in some way. And that's what I'm trying to do. So, share this with a friend too, so they can see the crazy shenanigans on this channel and hear my thoughts as well if they're interested. Share it to some Poke fans you know. So, anyway, until next time, Pokemon Champions, I'm gonna catch you guys later, train hard, catch a lot of Pokemon, and I'll see you guys next time.